You know why Trump is going to, with the witchcraft? Like the motive behind it? Because, I think of what the motives might be. And the motive might be when they cause something to happen to Trump, like if he falls from the sky from his airplane, right? Then what they can do is they can push more fear. Because once that's successful and they feed the public the news that it's witchcraft, because it's public, it's out there, like the mainstream media, they're going to push that fear and blame it on witchcraft. Then that gives like the validation, right, that witchcraft is real and it absolutely works 100% with whatever they say they want to have happen. They can just start putting witchcraft spells on people, and then anyone who believes in that witchcraft, they would be let's see, they would aim more directly towards the bullseye. And then when they do that, then they got you scared. And then what'll happen is, if you get threatened, and this goes for all levels, this goes for government officials, anybody that's in the CIA, NSA, FBI, anybody that's in that group, they can, like, if you don't know that this is all set up, staged, and Hollywood acted, then when you hear this witchcraft stuff, they can probably, if they get you to believe it, that it works that effectively, then they can basically blackmail you or just control you even more. But when you realize that it's all a staged act, and Donald Trump is not going to die, and he's not even going to be assassinated or attempted or anything, nothing's going to actually happen to Donald Trump. And the ones that are side by side with him, they know that. The ones producing the show, obviously they know it's a script. There's writers, there's the actors and directors, and all kinds of people are involved with it. It's not a secret. It's just, if you don't know, then you might tend to believe that, holy shit, Donald Trump, oh my God, did you hear? His airplane fell from the sky, and he's like by the ocean somewhere, and he's been missing for like 3 days now. I don't know how they're going to still play that out when that's exactly what they're going to do. It's like, how does Kleck play out his role also? When you know exactly what he's going to do and where he's heading, what specific chains of production that basically America runs on. Like, America runs on like Home Depots and Lowe's. They just run on that. That's where we all go. Contractors, even homeowners. When you start attacking that, it's symbolizing that your home is you're getting demolished, like you're getting leveled out, amongst other spiritual meanings, but that's one of them for me. They're knocking down our home is what they're trying to tell us, and there's nothing we can do about it. I have a feeling the next target's going to be I don't know. I'm not. Maybe you know, maybe a food chain. You know, they did show that ShopRite sign next to that Church of Philadelphia fire, 52nd Lancaster Ave. They showed that. They showed that Lowe's sign, and then they showed a ShopRite sign. But I am more consciously aware that not everybody thinks the way that I do at all, and that's fine. You're not supposed to, and that people do believe these things are real. You know, my neighbor's one of them, old head neighbor. He's, well, not so much. Yeah, he's who'll fully understand when it does happen. He'll fully understand then. Little suspicious about the politics, but you know, there's always that good side, bad side. So he still thinks that, you know, Fox News is good, the side, but it's just because he's like, I don't watch that other crap. So yeah, I watch all of them and just stay stationary without preconceived ideas, and I just observe what they're saying. I don't take sides of whatever, except for who's lying the most, and then how do you, usually the biggest liar you get the most truth from. So, but you gotta, here's the punishment. You gotta sit through the biggest liar lying his ass off. The reward is by observing what a liar does day in and day out, you get to know how to get the truth, because you know that every word that they're saying is such a lie. Therefore, you go with the opposite. Then you start thinking of opposite. Once they know you know that they're thinking opposite, then they switch it up on you. And then, yeah, it's like a boxing match. You're just back and forth trying to figure out what the lie is and where's the truth in between those lies, those words. So you get the most truth out of the biggest liar, but you have to stomach it. That's the damn reward. But trust me, because I did it with Stephen James, just beyond disgust with what the hell he's doing. Then I started to understand what he's doing, and then it's like, all right. And then Click, man, there was a time where I was extremely disgusted with, like, he would just irritate my insides when I thought that he couldn't. I even told a sub to, yeah, don't let him get on your nerves that bad. It ain't, you know what I mean? You're just, and then it's like I started watching more, and I'm getting more and more disgusted at what I'm seeing, because it's just, you know, it's all a lie, and it's the people that he's leading astray. And then I gotta step back into not having any preconceived ideas, just being my own thoughts, and then just observing what's being said without catching any feelings. Once you can separate the two, then you can you can tolerate things that disgust you. And my God, does it make you patient in the end when you can tolerate stuff like that. My patience level went even higher, the level of being patient, by observing these big fat liars. So I'm grateful for that, because now I can kind of read what their whole code is. It's just a code. All types of freaking ways, like how they do their dates and how they do their days and how they put the hours up, and it really means mile, or the miles really means days, and you got to pick one from over here and then another one over there, and you know, eventually it'll all line up. It's getting close. They don't talk about things for no reason, especially when Clark's been talking about this stuff before I caught on to like his code. His videos are already old. Yeah, when he's talking about the Home Depots, they're still the target. And I've said that I thought there'd probably be about 2, maybe 3 of them, but I thought they would be in a row, because I was looking at the 3 in a row. It's in one of my videos. I can't find it. I don't know. It's back there somewhere. But it was the sense of Home Depots. Because I looked at it like they were just going to demolish Home Depots one after another to crumble the economy. Well, technically, it's kind of the direction that these stories are going. One of them gets shot up, supposedly, and another one gets a tornado, supposedly. Both in Texas, both Home Depots. Yep, exactly 50 days apart. Like you had to drive 50 miles an hour. You got to go 1 mile per hour each day to get to the next event in Texas that involves a Home Depot. So isn't that a code? Like if you look back on it. But I was looking in front of it before it, and then seeing it happen, and then looking back on it. It's quite a way to get your discernment. You know, turning it up a notch. When these things do happen, and you go and reevaluate what you were saying beforehand, remembering the feeling. That's why when I watch the videos, I get the. Bowie, put your seatbelt on. I get it's like the confirmation of how I was feeling at that time. I remember the feeling, the thoughts I was thinking before I said it, and then how it lines up with happening, and then the areas that it didn't happen exactly that way. Here's the creature that started my YouTube channel. It was the only thing worth showing, to whoever or whatever. And then that news, that fake news that Donald Trump's been talking about this entire time, you think he was lying about that fake news? Bowie, was he lying? But see, me and Bowie, we didn't have a problem calling our channel Bowie Merlin's Fake News. Bowie knew this news was fake. Bowie. As a matter of fact, I think I started. No, I think Trump was saying it. I wasn't paying attention to Trump at first until I knew that he was going to win the election. When I told my wife and my son that he was going to lose. I mean, he was going to win, but he was going to be down. Exactly like the Eagles game, how I predicted that happening, like the Eagle. Because he's representing the Eagle, right? Didn't the Eagles, when they won the 52nd Super Bowl, didn't they weren't they down in the fourth quarter, and they came back and won the Super Bowl? Yep, that's exactly what happened. So I seen the same thing happening, but I just put it together right now, thinking out loud. I just put it together now that Trump and the Philadelphia Eagles have played the same exact thing out. So I said to my wife and my son that he was going to win, he was going to be behind, and that Hillary, they were just already going to be set up where they already know they're going to win. It's going to be like that feeling. And so that came true. And I'm like, wow. I remember the feeling I had of, this is so obvious that it's going to happen this way. And then it happened. So then I looked back on it, and that was before I started YouTube. And then that damn fake news just started pissing me off. So I had to do something about it. All right, I had to do something about it. If I didn't do anything about it, a lot of people wouldn't know each other. I know that for sure. There's a lot of people that would not have known each other because of this channel. But I did not want to start a damn channel. It's just like, no, social media is not. I'm anti-social. Why would I want social media? And that was the whole purpose. Not knowing, and then here we are. Here we are. Here's what's happening. This world is getting ready to change drastically, and there's certain people in charge, like literally in charge of the events that are taking place worldwide. I'm telling you, I know who they are. I've been showing it for the past like year, like pretty much nonstop, whether it was Trump, Steve, or Click, mainly. Yeah, I comb through the others. I comb through Richie from Boston. He's not giving me enough information. Click's giving me the most. Steve's giving me he's the one that started the giving me the information that I know that he was trying to do it in a different way, but I received the messages. So because I received those messages, I've learned a lot from the biggest liar on planet Earth, and then I recognized another one, which was Click. I was kind of fooled by him at first. Gotta be honest, I was. And then I started to catch on, and thanks to a couple different subs that emailed me about Click and told me to just, like, why don't you just bury this guy already? I'm like, I don't know, he's just whatever. I can't really sit through freaking 3 hours of videos. Now, do you know what I do? I listen to it over and over again at high speed, but I listen to it over and over again, and I've learned to tolerate the sickness. Because I tolerated the sickness, I actually love Click now. Like, I hated it. I felt bad. He just disgusted me, and then now I'm seeing the good side of him, just like I do with everybody else. We're just freaking human beings, man. That's all we are. We're in this flesh that is constantly warring with itself, with your spirit, unless you give in to it. Like, fasting is you want to battle with your freaking flesh? Go ahead and fast. Just do it, you know? You want to gain control of your thoughts? Well, go ahead and fast. You tired of gaining weight and it's just never good? Well, then fast. It's like fasting is the answer to just about everything, because it's so simple to do. All you got to do is just not put food in your mouth for like 3 days and cleanse your spirit. It's hard to mentally, because you're so used to just eating whatever you want. Even if you eat right and normal, fasting is still, you want to talk to those freaking spirits? You want to battle those spirits in your head? Well, go ahead and fast for 3 days. Knowing that you're not going to eat is the hard part. Because what do you do when you get up in the morning? Here's my routine. I get up, I go to Wawa, and I get like either a bowl of cream chip beef. It's not that much. It's less than what I used to get the burritos. I cut down on them. And either that or egg omelet without the burrito. And it's light. It doesn't fill me up. And then I get the energy drink, the Nas energy drink. And that I can actually eat that and drink that once a day, and I think I'll be fine. I'll be absolutely fine, because when you know your morning routine, when you change that, and you're not gonna get an energy drink, or you're not gonna eat anything at the typical place that you go, it's a routine, the pattern that you got. It's like a habit. You got to break the habit and create a new pattern. Breaking the habit is just do a day without. Just do one day. You got to, you start out like, all right, well, let me just see how it works one day. And then I'm telling you, you're going to want to do 3. It's tough to do it, but then once you're through it, you just know that the strength in your mind, it's like doing curls. Like your brain is just expanding that fast. and it just gets quite more aware of your surroundings, and then you can think clearer. And on top of that, you always feel lighter. It's always a good feeling. But that is a solution to a lot of people's problems. Even fasting from media. Like if I didn't, there's just it's not a forceful feeling. However, it's a drive. I'll just call it a drive. There's a drive for me to do this every single day, especially now, to just get as much evidence as possible, because I see it shutting down. I see it shutting down. Kleck couldn't make it any more obvious right now, and I thank God for that. Sometimes I wonder, like, he's so obviously how you can't possibly get away with all this. After this is over and done, like, I know you guys still gotta follow through with the script that you have written. That's not gonna stop. That's part of that being thrown in the lion's den, and King Darius knowing that Daniel's God is gonna he's gonna take care of him. He's gonna just walk him through it. He already knows that, but it still has to be played out. And then after it's played out, and then everybody knows that these things were predictable beforehand by someone like myself that's from the outside looking in. And then by predicting the way that their patterns are, my subs are able to do the same thing. I mean, I'm sure there's some of you that have put this together, and you're seeing their codes, and you're basically like predicting things. And you might not make videos, but how do I know you're not saying this stuff to people, your family, your friends, and talking about Home Depots are coming up next, and then it happens, and you actually get someone's attention. Because I remember when my wife, when I told her about the first Home Depot, the shooting in Texas, that was when she started to look at me sideways a little bit, like, how did you know that? I'm like, because I said, because the Lord told me. She's like, no, like, how did you know that? And I said, honey, there's just going to be a lot of things that you're going to see that you're just going to have to kind of accept it, that I can see it happening beforehand. It takes forever to try to explain, in a million words, I can explain how I've cracked their code. But there's you have to have a drive to do it. And I know that the finish line is right here. I'm gonna cross it. I know Kleck's crossing it first because he cheated. He's supposed to. But I cross it right after that. But when I cross it, it's the actual beginning of the next phase. When Kleck crosses it, there's a delay. There's like a 21-day delay or something like that, where he's trying to, when you're crossing the line when you're not supposed to, it's called cheating. So you don't get away with it in the end, because in the end of this world is the new beginning. As soon as I cross that finish line, that's the real beginning of the new world order. And it's ordered by God. It's not ordered by Lucifer only. It's a mixture of all people being able to easily get along, because we don't have to slave anymore. That alone eliminates just about everybody's frustration in the world. That when you don't have to work, it's not that you're lazy, it's just that you're not meant to work for things that the elite have that grew from God's green earth. It's God's green earth. Every damn thing in the earth is God's. So when man takes the stuff up and molds it, picks it up from the ground and forms it into whatever, and then sells it to us, that's why there's no more buying or selling in this marketplace. Unless you have the mark of the beast. If you have the mark of the beast, then you're not going to be in the new system where there is no more buying and selling, because you have the mark of the beast. How they want to portray it is the exact opposite of what I'm saying. you have the mark, you're screwed, because, well, you're going to stand in shame. And then after you're done standing in shame and you feel horrible about what you did without anybody forcing you to do anything, it's called free will. Once you feel that way, then you're going to turn around and then you're going to be humble and you're going to start considering other people's thoughts. And then on top of that, you start sharing everything that is available to everybody. And that eliminates murders, that eliminates thieves. It just eliminates everything. And you start cleaning up just like that. When you don't have to go to work to pay bills, to live, just to live. I got to go to work every day just to pay bills, just so I can live. Like, just so I can have a place to live, for my kid to go to one of the best school districts in Pennsylvania, and then to live somewhat comfortable, I got to work every day for it. I don't deserve anything whatsoever. You know, when this is all said and done, I don't deserve a damn thing. But what I do feel like, I've at least earned the right to retire at the age of 43. Once this debacle is finished, I feel like I deserve the right to retire, where I don't have to go around and waste 10 hours of my life every single day just to frickin' basically live, and I'm not living at all. I'm talking about going where I want to go, just like the elite have been doing their entire lives. Going where I want to go, with who I want to go with, where, it doesn't matter how long, there's no time limit. Is there anything limited? Nope, it's unlimited. Everything's unlimited. I enjoy cars. I enjoy hooking up cars. I love driving fast, nice, new, brand new cars that have a nice sound to it. So, do I want another Camaro? Of course I do. I want another Camaro, a ZL1, stick shift this time. You know, the white one with the black wheels. I like that one. That stuff is enjoyable. The people that tell you you're going to go to hell and for anything that you do, they either don't know that hell is within inside of you right now. How you are is where you live, how you feel. It's your heaven or hell. It's inside of you. What you don't worry about when you die. God will take your spirit back when that happens. In the meantime, you live your life. Enjoy it. Eat, drink, and be merry. And share. Stop being greedy. Just keep sharing everything that you got. Because when everybody has like their own house, they don't have to go to work. They don't have to waste their life. There's like less arguing about anything else, because there's no more forceful feeling. The God of forces has to step aside and rest for the next 1,000 years. If that's how it's going to work the next 1,000 years, no, Satan's not ruling the earth. You ain't getting raptured up out of here. When you see the fake thing happening on the wall to the left and the wall to the right, when you see it up there, oh, then all hell breaks loose. All hell breaks loose. And then the goodies starts. The things that I've been waiting to see all this time. Bowie, come here. Sit. Sit. Hold on. Been waiting for the show to begin. Zigzag. Bowie, pee on that pole. Bowie, sniff that pole over there. Paper bag. Oh, Bowie. Come on, this way. So it's just a matter of time. Time has to pass by, and these events are going to just start rapid fire. One after another, after another, after another. And I don't think I'm going to be up on YouTube to be able to explain what's happening. I don't think I'm going to be able to go back to the videos and show what I said beforehand, because it does help. You can't remember everything I said. I can't even remember everything I said, and I'm the one that said it and rewatched the damn video. So that's why I understand sorry, how important it is to show images. Because now I get why Klekus shows images all the time, because he's trying to set it into your mind, but I'm trying to set the truth into your mind. And then when I go back and re-record the things I was talking about, and then the events that happened very, very close or dead on, then I can see how everybody, it helps you guys to see it better if I basically do my own lawyer work, because I'm the one gathering up all the evidence. Bowie, come here. Get him running free. It's not a walk in the park for you or the damn dog when you got to walk him on a leash. It's actually, it ruins the walk if you got to do that. For you and him.